John Balikas on the left, Walavan on the right. Okay, that's the only thing that I haven't conveyed to her, but I know that she was doing something like now, so I put them there so she could at least see them. Her program was here. Did she get her program from here that I left for her? That's me. Let me go get another one. Okay? Thank you.
Am I forgiven? I don't know. God, no, but that's what you know. That's something. I think, well, do you know what? You know, it's not. It is not. Very. No, it's not. You know that's not the truth. No. The email was, you may have my phone. Anything you need, let us know. But why are we? That's understood. I didn't realize it was. Okay, so
She has to take it.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Nicole actually took it.
You guys, I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. And then I get back
Today is Friday. Como decía, oye, como decía Jimmy Buffett, it's hard to
Got it. Got it.
Hi. I have a quick question for you. So I think I see no, this is not complicated. I get there. This is not that. I spoke to the statewide Interparents Association. So they're continuing the conversation. That's the question. But they asked
are the worst people.
Then I returned my right when everything happened. They emailed us to say goodbye. And once you get money back, good luck with it. We started South Korea being for 3 days. We had to start something. Yes, I just. His wife went there. It's funny. I'm very resistant. You grew up not wanting to go to the So, I just had a bad feeling. And then so many people are going and saying, it was actually still south. What used to be both Saigon and Ho Chi Minh. All over so Saigon. And they are very, very friendly. Very, very friendly. The northern part is a little bit less, but not even that was so bad. But then this year, September, we're going to Africa. We've been to Africa several times, never been there. Again, it's a tour. Part of it is wildlife safari, part of it is desert. Going to the forest. You know what? We like to see that. We'll see. Yeah.
Where's the bucket list trip?
Honestly, I've been to Africa several times. My favorite.
How many vaccines do you have to get?
I do have to check. We've been to Kenya, Zambia, Zimbabwe.
You have a heart?
Right.
You have a heart?
The patent hopper tortoise, the world's smallest tortoise.
I was going to South Africa.
I just want to point out that I too love them. But what's happening about that's the way
There was a truck numbers you go
Okay, I'm going to do the welcome.
Okay, and I have some remarks, yes.
See.
bull sharks going around the boat. It's that storm. Correct. And I've been like rubbing the boat and look like why? We're still on again, I think Costa Rica, but I wanted to alive. It's like a last everything is alive.
If you like
I wanted to go to the Galapagos because they have so many goals. Their council it's crazy.
This person really wants to get out of here.
We're there, and
This person put every disorder in the sun.
that guy's
Yeah.
he's gonna die. Well, it's good.
They get eaten anyway.
Right, the owner was like, oh, come on, man.
And if we would right then I was out fishing everything's on it. And I go and I cast my rod after using it, walking back to the house, putting it in the face. And then he gives me some money to control it. And then I'm looking at this ground through this. And I was like, well, with this, everywhere something like that. the house. And like, oh! Yes, and like, so they were going inside. They were like, oh my god. And then we brought them to some swimming, but we didn't see like when they were just, they were swimming.
One thing, we have an apartment the same place as Jenny. And 1 year we were there and they were actually, during the daytime actually, they were coming out and they were going up to the, and they immediately a ranger showed up. And he's like, what we touch? The most they will allow you to do is, when you say, they were up to say.
They would have arrested us all. We were like capturing the children. Or you would the police. Don't do anything bad to us.
No, you were trying to help.
We were all inside the house, we were in the chairs.
We like all that things.
Bucket list fish that I want to catch. The tiger. Tiger fish. The one that has all the fish. No, they have in Africa. It looks like a big silver sardine. So weird, like ridiculous and crazy. And then now we're just on the page. It looks I want to recreate a lot of the stuff that
So I went over to that.
Fun to look at, but it's not always that easy.
I didn't see her, she was retiring, and I was in court the day that she was retiring. And then I got big, then Andy told me, hey, they're doing the Guatemala came by, struck out again. You know? She is the most motherly of all the judges I've ever seen. She always took me aside about I did like the crazy things.
I did a lot. And then over the years, they started to do stuff. Yeah, they get back a little bit. And you get paid pennies on the dollar. It's true. But it's a budget.
They're all care. They all care. And they got a good bunch now.
Pero ya estamos organizados. Again, I don't look at this way. Again, we get no cigarettes.
I don't know what I'm doing. I got like 110 pieces left. I settled like 6 this week. So I'm trying to close my eyes. Right? And then I picked up another appeal. In 60 days. So I got my team to do this.
Alright, psychosis does get nice.
I made it till I'm not on there. I got the massage.
You gotta get rid of all your cases.
How hard was it to get out of everything? They give you 60 days. It's a problem. And what about the cases that you don't realize that are still there, like they've gone quiet or dormant here? And then I used to do proposal stuff before I did the family stuff. I did the family for like maybe 12 years, 10 years. And when I put it in my bar number, I had to file these cases.
right.
the JC application, right? I did, up to like 300, 3,000. I know. As of, so I'm looking at like, and that's why I have those in Dropbox, right? Stuff involved. And I had a bunch of stuff, and those are thousands. You're getting some mods, or you're getting time.
Right now, like, trash. It was when I first started here,
Good morning and finish your project.
they started.
That's pretty crazy.
You're gonna be okay. Either way, you're gonna be okay.
All right. Hello, everyone. I think it's good afternoon now. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, let's go ahead and begin. Excellent. All right. So I definitely want to start by saying that we appreciate so much all of you that are present, attending today, and those of you watching on the live stream as we celebrate our 2026 recipients for the Wall of Honor and the John Belikis Professionalism Awards. This is a special ceremony each year as we join together the judiciary, AOC, and the professionals from all of our court partners that work here at Children's Courthouse. Typically, we might have different points of views on issues, so it is extra special when we gather in harmony to recognize two of our own that we respect, admire, and love without any disagreement. I am honored to be here as we share this time unified as a group, honored to pause with you during a busy day so that we may reflect, smile, and applaud as a family our award recipients. Joining us are some special students who made it all the way downtown from Palmetto Senior High. Today, they bring gifts for the children who have cases with us. They understand and are aware and wanted to be a part of making a child happy on an otherwise difficult day with their gifts. And we are so grateful for your presence. Our other notable guests are family members of our recipients, and they are Mrs. Consuelo and Mr. Robert Stewart, Mr. Brett Caballero, and Mr. Michael Caballero. Thank you for supporting your son and your mother, both of which have enhanced our lives, as I know they have undoubtedly enhanced yours. Finally, we have two, and very soon three, incredible women who behind the scenes are endeavoring daily to make our circuit better for us all to work in and for the families we serve to have their cases litigated under the best circumstances. So please join me in welcoming all of our guests and our Chief Judge Ariana Fajardo-Orshan, Deputy Chief Gina Belvides, and soon Deputy Chief Yvonne Cuesta. And now at this time, our Chief Judge will open the ceremony with her remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Barakat, for those kind opening remarks. Each year, the Wall of Honor recognizes those who contribute to our Children's Courthouse and to Miami-Dade's children's and families. Today, we honor two very deserving award recipients. One of them is Judge Marcia Caballero, who is now retired and in an RV somewhere in Alaska, I hear. But we have her two sons, welcome, who are here to accept her award on her behalf. I asked Judge Caballero to come over. She was sitting in the family division sometime in 2014. she was a little, nervous about. Like, she's like, I have a good division. I like the family division. And I said, but come over here because we still do family and we're doing the people's work here. And it's truly an honor to see how much she flourished and the legacy that she's leaving behind here. I obviously left to do other commitments when I was here, but I even said it, I say it every day, the best work as a judge that I've ever done, I did it in this building with all of you and with the families that need us every day in this building. So I am so happy that she spent the last, many years of her career here, and she's made the legacy that she's made here, and that she gets this award today. I also would like to recognize Mr. Cook. Mr. Cook, I dealt with many, many times. The fact that you're getting this professionalism award is incredible, because you always, before me, and I can speak for all members of the judiciary that are here, every time you walked into the courtroom, we all knew that things are going to be calm, there's no yelling, you represent zealously in a utmost professional way. So it is truly an honor. When I saw your name on the list, I'm like, look at that, a blast from the past. So I'm glad your parents are here to see this, because you truly, deserve this recognition, and it is amazing what an outstanding lawyer you are, and your contributions to this building and to the families, and your dedication to the Children's Court is really admirable as a lawyer. I just also want to take a moment to thank all of you that are here, not only our judges, our court partners, our community, our justice partners, and all the attorneys that work tirelessly in the courtrooms here to protect our child welfare system and our juvenile justice system. So many of you have been here for so many years, and it is, a testament of the great work that goes on here. So thank you for all that you do to help these families. I believe that your combined efforts remind us daily that growth, hope, and second chances are not just abstract issues. They are possibilities with all of the families that come here before you. So I thank you for having us come in and allowing me to give these welcome remarks. But more importantly, I want to thank all my colleagues that are here, that do the work here every day to make sure that this building operates, that families are taken care of, and all of your system partners. As Judge Barakat said, it is nice to come together as a community with one shared belief, and that is helping families in our community. So thank you. I think we will turn it over now. Are you our MC? Okay, back to Judge Barakat.
Thank you. Yes, another job I did not sign up for. Okay, so moving ahead, please welcome to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance our student Maria Claudia Aguila, who is joined as well by Mrs. Maria Sanin, who is her Key Club faculty advisor. All right. Ready? All right. Let's go ahead.
Hi, I'm Maria from Miami Palmero Senior High School from Kiko. Will you join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Well done. And I think that's a sample of the bears they have brought for the children. All right. Those are the bears that we give to all the children that are here, whether it's a shelter or a dependency proceeding, and their siblings. And it really, really brightens their day. So thank you for that. Thank you. All right. Then at this time, we're going to go ahead and have Miss Tiffany Ashley Disney, who is going to be providing us with commentary, and she is the secretary of the Miami-Dade Bar Association. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tiffany Ashley Disney, and I'm the incoming secretary of the Miami-Dade Bar, the largest attorney voluntary bar organization in Miami-Dade County. I work at the University of Miami's Office of Innovation, and it is my distinct honor to represent the Miami-Dade Bar and congratulate the award recipients today. Judge Caballero is a compassionate, empathetic jurist who not only understands the rule of law, but also deeply cares about each child, case, and litigant who appear before her. Her service went beyond the courtroom. She was an active member of the Miami-Dade Bar and MD Fall, and it's through her bar service that we were actually paired as a mentor and mentee. One afternoon, she invited me to her courtroom when I was a law student and patiently answered every simple question my law student mind was churning. We must have spent a couple hours in her courtroom, and I asked some pretty silly questions. Later on, she then swore me into the bar, and I know many others hold a similar story, as she is so gracious to the staff and interns of Dade Legal Aid. Karen Lattis, Executive Director of Dade Legal Aid, told me when visiting the courtroom, Ms. Lattis would always bring her interns to her judge's courtroom because the judge would spend a significant amount of time, like she did for me, answering questions and explaining the court process. Another attorney from Dade Legal Aid described the judge as having a calm and soothing approach to dependency, as somebody who would keep everyone focused while truly hearing their concerns. In the chaos of dependency, she was a blessing to the families before her and the staff who worked with her. It's no wonder why she was chosen to receive this honor. Equally, Stuart Cook's resume and reputation speaks of equal volumes. Karen told me that when Put Something Back was getting started in the early 90s, Mr. Cook reached out to Dade Legal Aid and asked to get dependency cases himself. He did not wait to be asked to volunteer. Bruce Levine, the pro bono coordinator for Dade Legal Aid, said says your pro bono track is a tough one to beat. Another attorney said Stuart Cook is a fierce advocate for his clients. He gives 100% on every case and treats youth in foster care with the same urgency and attention to detail as paying clients. You want him on your side, but if you're opposing counsel, he's also great to work with. Because access to court and justice is one of the critical issues facing today in the legal profession, community servants like Mr. Cook are the backbone of our practice. So I could speak for hours of why they are both deserving of this award, but I was only given 5 minutes. It's evident why they were chosen for this award, and on behalf of the Miami-Dade Bar, congrats again on your great recognition. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Moving forward to the presentation of the award for the John F. Belikas Professionalism recipient this year, Mr. Stuart Cook. The definition of professionalism is the collection of traits and values that demonstrate an individual's commitment to competence, ethics, and courtesy. When I looked that up, it had Stuart Cook's photo next to it, so I knew I was on the right track. This award recognizes the importance of professionalism. However, and more importantly, it also provides us all an ideal to follow and feel inspired by. Without a doubt, Stuart Cook brings the core traits which are hallmarks of these values to court on every case, every day. He is knowledgeable, reliable, honest, accountable, respectful, and even possesses emotional strength. In other words, when he shows up to represent a client, only good things happen, even if it scares the judge. Stuart is a powerhouse attorney and was a powerhouse student who graduated cum laude from Northwestern University School of Law, attended University of Michigan for his undergraduate studies, and even attended the London School of Economics. At some point, he realized he wanted a sunny climate, and we were lucky enough that he moved to South Florida, where it became his home. His career has spanned time working in the areas of complex commercial litigation, real estate litigation, and ultimately child welfare. Here is where he found his passion, and since 2001 has been representing children, parents, foster parents, and families in every aspect of the dependency system. Stuart has also received other notable awards. It will be no surprise to anyone that knows him that he has twice been the recipient of the Dade County Bar Association Putting Something Back Award for pro bono work on behalf of victims of domestic violence. Stewart's accolades go on, and yet his proudest work is being a dedicated father and loving son. This goes hand in hand with why he is the recipient of this year's John F. Belikas Professionalism Award. And that is because his heart is evident in all he does. He truly commands a courtroom with his quiet demeanor, strong advocacy, and arguments which elevate the process. It is a pleasure to work with him, and I am always truly happy when he walks in or logs on. Stewart is the embodiment of professionalism, and I thank him for inspiring us all to do better for the families and community we serve. So, come on.
Thank you very much. When Judge Barakat called me to let me know that I was the recipient of this year's award, I thanked her, but I think I immediately said, I love what I do. I can't think of doing anything else. There are two reasons for that. One is the purpose of why we who work in the dependency system are here. It's a shared purpose, and that is to protect children by helping families navigate poverty, mental health, domestic violence, and substance abuse issues, all while trying to preserve, to the extent possible, the fundamental rights of a parent to raise their children. But there's a second aspect of this work that's deeply rewarding, and that is that it is a collective effort. It is made possible by a community of extraordinary persons who work in this building every day to accomplish that purpose. It starts with our clerk's office. I was before Judge Bernstein, I guess 2 months ago, and I had a client that had a pretty bad experience in a different courthouse. And I said on the record, I said, that would never happen here. We have the best clerks in Miami-Dade County. AOC, we have a tremendously responsive AOC. They're going through some changes right now, but they remain committed to making sure our cases run smoothly through the system. And of course, our work is enabled by the case management agency, Citrus, and all of its CBC partners, the specialty courts, family treatment court, early childhood court, the citizen review panel. All of these entities are comprised of professionals who are dedicated to this common purpose. Case managers, court liaisons, attorneys, social workers, mental health professionals, accountants. We have accountants that are tracking the Social Security funds of our foster care kids. And to my colleagues at CLS, the Guardian Ad Litem program, regional, other court-appointed attorneys, by the nature of our system, it's adversarial. So we're often on opposing sides. But it is the most collaborative, collegial, and cooperative bar I've ever been associated with. And I'm honored to practice alongside you. I have to say something about the attorneys that don't practice in this building, but they practice on all the things that come out of this building, which is the appellate council. The Guardian Ad Litem, the Department of Children and Families, regional, their appellate attorneys are among the finest attorneys in the country. We have amazing judicial assistants and bailiffs. All of the bailiffs are top-notch. I promise you, every single bailiff will not only help you with whatever you need in their particular division, they'll help you with what you need with any division. That's true for our judicial assistants, for your judicial assistants. They're exceptional, every single one of them. For instance, I do adoptions, and as you know in the system, those are priority cases. Every time I ask for a hearing, they all say, how quickly do you need it? That, of course, brings me to our general magistrates and our judges. What people don't see, because it doesn't make the headlines, and it isn't in the news, is how hard they work every day to protect the children and families in the state of Florida, all while trying to also protect the fundamental rights of parents. They manage lengthy, demanding calendars with forbearance and compassion. Often, the emotions run high, and they maintain the courtrooms with composure. Some of our clients have issues, some of our parents and children have issues, and that can make hearings unpredictable, and it can test even the most patient of judges, but yet they all manage. It is an absolute privilege to appear in front of each and every one of you, because you meet all of your cases with such dedication, such patience, such compassion for our clients, and with a thoughtful application of the law. If it sounds like I've tried to include everybody, it's true. That's what I'm trying to do. I hope I didn't miss anybody. But in seriousness, it's because it is a collaborative effort. This is, in a sense, a family, and we're all rowing in the same direction for the same purpose. And I am so grateful to be part of this community of extraordinary professionals that care about how children grow up in the state of Florida. So thank you.
And now, to present our next award is our very own Judge Angelica Zives.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everybody. It is so wonderful to see everybody here today. In many ways, Zoom has made things a lot more efficient. Depends on who you ask. But there is some value in Zoom, but there is nothing like being in the same room together with our friends and colleagues, especially when we gather in celebration and recognition of the very important work that we all do in this building in the Children's Courthouse. Before I talk about Judge Caballero, I just want to say, follow up on something that somebody said about Mr. Cook. I have a unified family division. I think we're all going to be unified family division, if we're not already. But I had a very difficult case, pro se, very low income, and this child needed a guardian ad litem in the worst way. And Mr. Cook was sitting in the audience, waiting for his case to be called. And he's probably the only other person in the room at the time. I'm like, oh, let's see if we can find a pro bono or a low bono guardian ad litem. What are we going to do? And there's Mr. Cook waving his hand. I'm like, what? What do you need? I'm in the middle of something. He says, me, I'll do this. And he volunteered in the courtroom just like that to take what was a very interesting and very complicated guardian ad litem case. So that is very, congratulations. That's just an example of who he is. You know, when he comes in the room, he has the law. He knows what the statutes are, and he'll tell you. And that's a good thing, And so congratulations, Mr. Cook. But I'm here today to introduce this year's Wall of Honor recipient, my friend, Judge Marcia Caballero. I knew that Judge Caballero was special the moment that I met her. When I was appointed to the bench, and it seems like forever ago, but it also seems like yesterday, I was assigned to the juvenile division. And I was told, call the judges, sit with the judges, and observe. I've never been in juvenile, not delinquency, not dependency, had no idea, but call them. Well, because I was appointed in mid to late December, everybody was on vacation, and the only sitting judge was Judge Caballero. Of course, she said, come sit with me. That's her job, right? That's part of the job. But part of the problem of being assigned or appointed in the middle of a rotation cycle is that your chambers might not be available because the outgoing judge might not yet move because we're moving judges all at the same time. So they're staggered. When Judge Caballero found out that I did not have access to my chambers and would not for several weeks, I told her that I had been offered some forgotten, abandoned AOC office on the first floor around the corner in that dingy, horrible building that was the Children's Courthouse at the time. Judge Caballero insisted that I share her chambers. And she insisted that I do not go downstairs, around the corner, down the hall, but that I shared. She opened her chambers to me and to my staff. But she not only opened her chambers, she opened her heart and welcomed me in and never let me go. If you know Judge Caballero, you should, that doesn't surprise you. That's who she is. As a criminal appellate attorney, constitutional motions, high publicity cases, death penalty cases, I had never, not even as an assistant state attorney, never handled delinquency or dependency cases. In fact, I avoided dependency in every possible way. Not my bailiwick, too much chaos, not in my background. But through her guidance, patience, and wisdom, she not only managed to bring me back to this building as the associate administrative judge, as the judge over Grace Court, but she not only managed to recruit me into a dependency division, she helped me find my purpose. She helped me find my calling. She made me feel at home. As you know, the Wall of Honor recognizes superstars of the child welfare and juvenile dependency systems, those who are dedicated to improving the system in which we work, those who consistently go above and beyond their job description to solve problems and meet the needs of the children and families served by the Children's Court, and those who demonstrate high level of professionalism, honesty, impeccable character, and an ability to create and maintain meaningful and interpersonal and professional relationships among our community partners. That is Judge Caballero and more. She's all that and more. Professionally, she spent a good portion of her career, judicial career, addressing the needs of children and families in Miami-Dade County in the Family Division and in the Delinquency, Dependency, and Unified Family Division. In 2016, she with Judge Fajardo Orshan and Judge Rosa Figueroa were founding members of the Unified Family Court Division of the Unified Children's Court Division. She was named Associate Administrative Judge in 2018 and served in that position until she was named the Administrative Judge when Judge Prescott stepped down. Succession planning, I call it. She was assigned to the Early Childhood Court in 2023. She was instrumental in creating the Early Childhood Court. She has served the community with grace, patience, fairness, intellect, kindness, empathy, and faith. I think her faith sustains her, and she brings that calmness to anybody who crosses her path, and she knows when you need it. While in the Unified Children's Court, she worked tirelessly to ensure that every child and every family had access to the rehabilitative and therapeutic services necessary to create safety and security for the children. She's worked with the UCC, or the Unified Children's Court community partners, to ensure the use of best practices, to solve problems, to maintain open lines of communication amongst all of the persons involved in the child welfare system. One of the last hearings that she did as presiding over the Early Childhood Court, she was able to reunify a young woman who was in extended foster care who had lost 3 children to termination of parental rights. And she was able to reunify through the use of the Early Childhood Court with her 2 children. Just last week when she was here, she came back to observe a termination of supervision. Even though she's not here, she's retired, she's still supporting those families. That's how much her heart belongs in this building. Last summer, the transition, she managed to navigate the transition when the case management agencies were all, there was chaos. There was chaos. The logistics involved in such a transition were staggering, but Judge Caballero was able to manage the potential chaos with grace and minimal disruption to the judicial proceedings. She understands the intersection of children in need and the duty of the Unified Children's Court or Family Division that has to these children and their families. She knows that the only way to meet the needs of the children in our community, whether they appear in the delinquency court or in the dependency court, or a family law case, is to maintain ongoing and open communications between the many child welfare and juvenile justice court partners, engaging the children and the youth and their families in services. She's worked with all of the partners, including the State Attorney's Office, the Public Defender's Office, the Department of Juvenile Justice, Regional Counsel, Citrus, and all of the case management agencies, Guardian Ad Litem program, and the Wheel attorneys, to make sure that everything that happens in this court, everything that happens in this building, works to the benefit of the children and the families. Recognizing, and this is going to say that something that we heard earlier, recognizing that the children and families fare better with lawyers and judges dedicated to improved child welfare system. Judge Caballero actively recruits judges and lawyers to work in this building. She's mentored lawyers, law school students, case managers, and judges alike to encourage the continuity in the division. Many years ago, this was a rotating office. Judges would come, they'd leave, they'd come, they'd leave. They couldn't count the days before they were gone. Under her guidance, and of course under Judge Prescott, we stay. We stay, in large part because of Judge Caballero and her efforts to recruit people who want to be here and who recognize the mission of our building. Her dedication to the families and children in Miami-Dade County is apparent through her words and actions in every case, every decision, administratively and in the court. An example somebody told me about, and I thought this was beautiful, that shows her heart, the love and the dignity that she brings to the children and families in this building. When Judge Caballero learned that a young woman in foster care was about to become a mother herself, Judge Caballero decided that this young lady needed a baby shower. She needed a baby shower. So she did something joyful. She organized in the way that only she can do. She quietly mobilized all of her people, of strong, generous women, and before long there were gifts, decorations, support in a room filled with people showing this young lady that she was not alone. That's Judge Caballero, the dignity that she brings to everybody that comes to this court. She is a person who sees need and brings people together to meet that need. The Unified Family Court Division and the child welfare system in Miami-Dade is a much better place because of her dedication. She will be greatly missed in her recent retirement, but she has left behind a legacy of kindness, empathy, and hope through all of the children, families, lawyers, judges, case managers, and other child welfare professionals that she has encountered during her tenure, that she has mentored in her time in the Unified Children's Court. On a more personal level, she's an amazing wife, mother, and grandmother, and I was recently advised that we have 2 more on the way. So congratulations. Her dedication to her family is obvious to anyone who knows her. And although she's not here today, because she and John are traveling, I think they were last at Yellowstone, was it? Her sons Brett and Michael are here today to represent the family. But I do believe that she did prepare words for us, Serge? Yes. So she was very surprised and grateful to receive this recognition, but unfortunately she had pre-planned travel plans and couldn't change them. So I believe now we're going to cue up her words, and I'm just going to say, I am grateful for her friendship and her leadership. And,
hello, my dear friends.
Wait.
I cannot believe
Oh.
that I am unable to be there in person today to see you all and enjoy this very special day in our division under the new leadership team of Judge Barakat and Judge Bernstein. I will miss seeing the children from across the street singing to us and leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I will miss seeing someone whom I admire and respect very much being recognized for his professionalism and outstanding advocacy. Congratulations, Stuart, for receiving the John Belikis Award. You're so deserving of this recognition, and it is an honor to be inducted into the Wall of Honor on the same day that you were being celebrated. The reason that I'm not there in person is because John and I are traveling throughout our beautiful country in an RV on a trip that had been planned with 2 other couples, and the dates could not be changed. This is like no other trip we've ever taken. It's all new to us, and every day is filled with adventure and discovery. Retirement has been full of new experiences and many changes that have involved lots of decision-making and planning. John and I are having a great time checking off items from our bucket list and living a more leisure-filled life. We're loving spending time with our amazing grandson, Mikey, and we're getting ready to become grandparents 2 more times this year. Our son, Brett, and his wife, Jacqueline, are expecting a little girl in July, and we cannot wait to meet her. Then, in October, Michael and his wife, Sonia, will be expecting their 2nd child, and Mikey will become a big brother. I feel so fortunate to have such a beautiful and growing family. I also feel so lucky to have been able to have the fulfilling and rewarding career that I had as a lawyer for 20 years, and then as a circuit court judge in my hometown for 18 years. The majority of that time involved working in the dependency system in some form or manner. Although I had never worked in this field as a lawyer, I quickly learned how important the division is and what a tremendous impact it has on people's lives. It is heartwarming for me to know that just about everyone that works in this area of the law and in the dependency system has a passion for the work. The system is filled with people that are caring, compassionate, and dedicated to helping children and their families to be safe and healthy. Sometimes the cases can be truly gut-wrenching and extremely painful to experience the trauma that comes from seeing such pain and suffering. Other times it can be incredibly rewarding to see the hard work and dedication that these families demonstrate as they go through the system. This is the most important work that I have ever done, and I thank God for giving me the opportunity to do it. I also thank God for blessing me with the chance to work with such good people who have touched my life in such profound ways. I am thankful for the friendships that were forged throughout my years in this circuit, and very grateful for the support that so many of you gave me as we worked together trying to help families heal and improve their lives. I pray daily for all of you as you continue to do the work that you do, making a tremendous impact on the lives of those who we serve. I want to thank my dear friend, Judge Angelica Zayas, for nominating me for the Wall of Honor and for her kind words today introducing me. When I told Angie that I was going to retire, she and I talked about how difficult it was to walk away from this work. She said something that really put it into perspective for me. She said, we've both been privileged to do this job because in a county where there are almost 3 million people living, only 123 of those residents have the great honor to serve as judges. I want to thank the members of the committee that selected me as the recipient of this great honor. Being inducted into the Wall of Honor is the most meaningful award that I could ever receive. I remember attending my first Wall of Honor ceremony in 2009 and many more thereafter. I loved listening to the stories of the people that were being honored and was motivated by them to do my best to try to help others. Early on, as I was serving in the Delinquency Division, Mr. Todd Bass from the State Attorney's Office, Marie Osborne from the Public Defender's Office, Colleen Adams, a volunteer often in our courthouse, Brother Lyle, and other big-hearted, civic-minded, caring people from the community joined me in forming Empowered Youth to help the kids from the Liberty City area who were reoffenders and in need of guidance and mentoring. It was an incredible labor of love where we changed the trajectories of many young men. Years later, after serving in the Civil Division and then the Family Division, our Chief Judge, Ariana Fajardo-Orshin, recruited me and retired Judge Rosa Figueroa to come back to the newly formed Unified Family Court Division. The work was very voluminous and time-consuming, but extremely rewarding. I always loved hearing the dependency side of the cases, in part because I enjoyed working with the teams of lawyers that regularly appeared before me, from Children's Legal Services, the Guardian Ad Litem, and Wheel Defense Attorneys. But also because I loved trying to motivate, encourage, and lift up the parents and the children that were assigned to our division. Reunifications filled my heart with joy. Watching the youth that aged out of the foster system thrive and grow into confident and ambitious young adults also brought me much joy. Seeing children find a forever home with adoptive parents that would give them a safe place where they would be loved, encouraged, and celebrated throughout their lives was also a joyful experience. In the last couple of years of my tenure as a judge, we were able to relaunch the Early Childhood Court Division in our county. Our very own Judge Cindy Lederman had created the Early Childhood Court, which unfortunately has ceased to exist after she had retired, so it became my mission to bring it back. With the help from Rita Ugarte, Mary Webley, Yanni Sanchez, Courtney Hill, Alva Gasky, Vanessa Valme, and our dedicated team of lawyers, we built a very strong foundation that has helped to reunify many families with their children. We witnessed the personal growth and transformation of many moms and dads as they willingly engaged in their tasks and allowed us to teach them how to be better parents and provide safe and loving homes for their children. I also need to thank my colleagues, our court administration team members, Laura and Eileen and Sergio, our staff members, especially my JAs and my friends, Martha Migueles and Ivana Costa, and my bailiffs, Manny Fernandez, our comedian, Lucy Del Bruno, and Diego Maceda. Also our court partners, my assigned clerks, especially Andra, Annie, James, Abel, and Carlos, for all of their support throughout the years. I treasure these relationships and the memories of all the good work that we did to make our community a better place to live, one family and one child at a time. Lastly, I must thank my husband John and my children, Brett, Michael, and Christina, for always being there for me when I needed their support, and for bringing joy and peace to my life whenever I was saddened or troubled by something that I had seen or heard related to one of my cases. Brett and Michael are there for me today to receive this prestigious honor on my behalf. Thank you, and may God bless each of you abundantly.
Okay. So, I'm insanely jealous of Judge Caballero off on that RV. If you know me, that's where I belong. But on behalf of the Unified Children's Court, this is for your mother. Thank you.
So I know our mom already said a lot. If you're wondering where she is, we have no idea. She's somewhere, I think she might be in rural Canada. But what I can tell you is that she wishes she could be here today. I can tell you that she's very humbled by this recognition here at this courthouse, which meant so much to her. And I thank everybody for their attendance. And I don't know, I think my brother had a long speech that he prepared.
I think we're both going to resist the urge to take advantage of this golden opportunity for a roast of our mom. And it was actually encouraged. I'm not gonna point anybody out, but just want to repeat what my brother said. Thank you all so much. Our mom poured her heart out into this place and into everybody in this room. And it's been the honor, I know we can say this on her behalf, it's been the honor of her career. And so thank you. This means a lot to the family and of course to her.
before we get to our closing remarks, Ms. Maria Sanin from Miami Palmetto Senior High School, the Key Club faculty advisor, did have some words to share, and she's going to better explain their being here today. Come on up. Of course, of course.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to share a little bit about the project that I'm at Palmetto, and I am the faculty advisor for Key Club. And Key Club is a student-led organization, and each of the students that are members are encouraged to come up with a project that they want to give back into the community so that collectively we can work together. So Maria is in my classroom, and she's a student of mine, but she's also a Key Club member. And like around December, she said, Miss Anine, I have these teddy bears that are brand new, and I want to do something good for the community. And I said, okay, Maria, so let's do this. So I told her, listen, we need to call a place to see who would collect the teddy bears, who would take the teddy bears. And we came across a number for the Courthouse, and then I said, okay, you have the approval. You need to go make sure that you do a flyer. Come up, Maria, come over here. This is really her project, so she's so shy, but I wanted to share that. And I said, okay, now you have to put a flyer together so we can share with all our Key Clubbers. And then the month of April, we collected teddy bears. And she never imagined that there would be 307 bears collected in 1 month. And so then I'm like, yeah. So come the beginning of May, I'm like, okay, Maria, we have all these bears in the classroom. Where are we going? And she's like, I had the number, but I have misplaced it. But here's the picture of where we called. And to make a long story short, we got a hold of Sergio. And, you know, we talk about prayer, and I'm a big person of prayer. And I believe that there's no mistakes. And Sergio had a question for me. I'm not going to cry this, but Sergio had a question. He goes, let me ask you a question. We hear you about these bears, but I really have a question. Where is this coming from? Is this just out of the blue, or did somebody connect you with us? And I was like, no, actually, this was an idea that came from the student, and basically explained the whole process. He goes, I go, look, I don't believe in coincidence. I do believe that things happen for a reason. He goes, I'm glad that you said that, because I think the same way. And it was just a blessing, and we were going to do a field trip out here, and then Sergio invited, and he says, you know, why don't you come out with Maria and do the Pledge of Allegiance and share with the judges the work that she did. And so that's why we're here today, an idea that came from a student who believed in a project. The project was given birth to this beautiful project, and our Palmetto Key Clubbers, alongside Maria, basically donated all the bears. And we are very honored to even be invited to. We never expected. So we're very honored, but I did want to share how it does take a village, and sometimes we don't know that village, and we're the village or the different individuals, but it's beautiful to see how collectively everyone's working in their own little private sectors for the greater good of everyone. So I thank you, Sergio. I really do believe that this was meant to be, and I want to thank Maria. Thank you.
All right, excellent. What a happy Friday. And now, not that he really even needs an introduction, but Judge Bernstein is going to do our closing remarks. However, I do want you all to know that he works tirelessly training us in the background, sometimes quietly, sometimes not, along with Lauren, Eileen, and Sergio to really make this a place where business gets done in the best way possible. Thank you.
The children that we see in this building come before us with no voice. These are the children who are most at risk, who are most vulnerable. And one of the reasons that I love coming to work every day is because I get to work with people who give voices to these children, who truly are motivated to give, to care, to love. And it's an honor for me to work in this environment, and I'm thrilled particularly for this event, because this is when we recognize our best and brightest. And I just want to thank all of you for being here. I am continuously motivated and encouraged and inspired by every one of you for being here. I'm particularly inspired to hear from students from Miami Palmetto Senior High School, my alma mater. It gave me a great foundation, and I expect great things from Ms. Aguila. And I want to let you know that I know bringing students to the courthouse is a logistical nightmare. Transportation issues, insurance issues, parental forms to be, okay. If you want one of our judges to come out to Palmetto to talk to your Key Club, I'm your guy because I know how to get there, okay? And I mean that. You just let me know. You just let me know. But I really want to thank everybody for being here. Again, Stuart, I can't imagine a better recipient. I don't know how many people in the room today knew John Belikas. There's probably less than half a dozen, okay? He was an amazing human being, and all of the things which made him so special, Stuart has too. It's like the perfect fit. The professionalism, the always having a smile on your face, always going the extra mile. It's just incredible. And I can't imagine anyone more deserving of the Wall of Honor than Marcia Caballero. Just the heart that she brought every single day is still an inspiration. And when I see her speak even on video, it inspires me. So thank you all for being here, and congratulations again, Stuart, and to your mom, and thank you everybody for the work that you do. We're adjourned.